Okay, guys. So today we have an unboxing of a motherboard for Sandy Bridge, processors, and here we have an Intel i5 2400. Now I've had this lying around for quite a few months now. I wouldn't be able to recall how long, but we bought it a good while ago. It's hard to really find them new for good prices now, so we got one second hand for a relatively good price actually. And we got it, and it turns out getting motherboards for these processors it's ridiculously hard to do. So I found this motherboard that I liked, looked around on Amazon, couldn't find any. We found a good few on eBay. Some of them, like, they didn't have any of the stuff inside, like they didn't have any of the SATA cables or anything. But I got this one. I had to import it from California. It cost pretty much as much as the motherboard itself to get it here to Ireland. So originally I think this motherboard is $60, and with it, tax, import charges, postage itself, it was like another 50 or 60. So we paid a good amount of money for this motherboard. So this is a Zotac H67-ITX Wifi. And if you have never seen a Zotac motherboard, I was surprised when I found out they made motherboards as well. But yeah, this has a lot of features. It has USB 3, although it is a relatively old school motherboard. So here you can see all the stuff. So it has SATA 6 gig per second. Let's see, I can't actually see this myself. So it does have USB 3 on the back. It has 4 SATA 3 gigabit per second. It has 2 SATA 6 gigabit per second. And you can just kind of see a lot of the stuff it has. It's the socket 1155. Yes, 1155, the same as our i5. So now I'm going to do an unboxing of this, which is just right in here. Cue the epic music. We don't have any epic music. So I know it's not very neat. That's because I have actually opened it to make sure everything was here. And you know when you kind of get something new and you open it and take it apart, you never put it back together. Yeah, that happened. So we have this 4-pin extension. Probably won't need this because it's going in a mini ATX case. So we have 4 SATA cables here. They are all straight through, so they're all straight. Usually when you buy a motherboard that isn't a mini ATX, you're going to get like a straight to right angle. These are all straight to straight, just so you don't have cables to worry about when you're building in such a small confined space. Here is something I find really cool. So they have these USB 3 on a PCIe slot to the there's the mother home with the dog noises, to an actual USB 3 header, and then it also gives you 2 little brackets in case you're using one of the small profile cases. So the small profile here rather than the full size, if you can see the size difference. So there's that. So we have our 2 Wi-Fi antennas, because in the name it says Wi-Fi, so this has has Wi-Fi built in. We get a DVI to VGA adapter, which is cool. You don't really see those with motherboards now. And of course we have our I/O shield. Now, keep going. We get our manuals and stuff, and of course our, wherever it is, here you go, our driver disk. Now, only ever use this to get your LAN drivers, and then get the rest of the drivers online. Just remember that, because all the time, even if the motherboard's brand new, they will already have launched new drivers rather than the ones on the disk. No, I haven't actually gotten to the motherboard before, so there. Let the box go over there. Open that. And yeah, the reason we haven't actually made a video in a while is because we've been waiting for this to do a build. Now we're waiting on a power supply. But here we have the motherboard here, obviously. But so we have our 24-pin, which is power for the motherboard. We have our 4-pin powering the CPU. We have the CPU socket itself. Of course, we have our PCIe slot, our Wi-Fi thingamajig, our SATAs, everything like that. Slot for our RAM. And then you have the rest of your connectors. So on our rear I/O, we have a PS2 port for all the old school people who like lag-free input. I have 2 USB 3. So as you can see, we have 2 USB 3 here. And there's obviously going to be a USB 3 header. So we can either use a bracket or we can use it for the front of the case. We're most likely going to be, I don't know how I spoke there, we're most likely going to be using a graphics card in this build, so we're going to have to use the front of the case. That's good because our Sharkoon C10 only has USB 3 on the front, so that helps us out even more. And let's keep going. We have a DisplayPort and a HDMI. DisplayPort is rare to see on a motherboard. We have DVI, our Wi-Fi antenna connector thingies, an eSATA port. That's probably going to be the 3 gig per second, not the 6. We have two USB 2, another 2 USB 2. We have a gigabit LAN port, and we have all your audio ins and outs. And that's basically the rear I/O. But for the price, if we had gotten it somewhere where we wouldn't have to pay twice the price for postage, it's well worth it because the amount of stuff you get, like you get what 4 SATA cables. So we can use this in another build if we don't use it in this one. This helps. I don't know how much. You get Wi-Fi. I don't want to have to spend an extra €14 to get a Wi-Fi card. So that helps a lot. We have an adapter because they're €5-10 by themselves. Of course, you have your SATA cables, extensions. Again, that's just more money that you don't have to spend. And so HANA has DisplayPort and HDMI, so if you want to connect this up to a monitor, not a TV, it's perfect. So this is a really nice motherboard. When I first saw all the stuff that I had, I kind of knew that I wanted to get one of these. I'm just sad I had to pay so much for it, but I'm happy because we kind of saved by having stuff lying around the house. So yeah. The build will be coming next week. I will have another video up this weekend. And so yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.